I'm Ashley Wagasback, feeding therapist, occupational therapist, and lactation consultant. Look forward to discussing all things feeding so that we can support you to bring your little one to their maximum potential so that feeding can be enjoyable for the entire family.
Are you looking for a community of other moms joining together to support their little one through the ups and downs of feeding and gross motor milestones? The Thriving Together community is just for you. Find us on social media at Instagram, Facebook, and www.sensorysolutionsTherapy.com to learn more. We look forward to seeing you.
Good day, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Feeding Solutions podcast. I haven't done a parent testimony in quite some time, and sweet Jamie has agreed to come on and share her story as she and Mary are now on the other side of feeding therapy. And I think Jamie can really attest to all the ups and downs that moms and dads and the whole family feel. And so that's why I thought that she would be the perfect person to come on and give us a little bit of background and share her experience through the ups and downs of infant feeding and development. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank
Happy to
you.
happy to share my story.
Well, it's a beautiful story. So, I just kind of wanted to open up the conversation, just give us a little information about like what was going on before you and I even met for the first time, like any
Uh,
challenges that y'all were having, um,
yeah,
eating, but then also daily life.
yeah. Okay, so Mary is my first. So, backstory about me: I was known as the baby hog in my family. So I thought going into motherhood, I was gonna like kill it. I was gonna have it was gonna be like my 10th baby. And then sweet Mary came into the world, and wow, she really slapped some reality into me that parenting is hard, especially with postpartum. So I feel like we had the wonderful help of Miss Pam to help with nursing, and she kind of noticed. Honestly, I would say a week in, because we saw her really soon, that Mary was clicking and stuff, and she noticed some ties. So she, along with my cousin Ray, said, you were the person to come to, just go to her. You might not have to do revisions, but maybe the stretches will work. So, between me and Mary crying so much, we reached out, and you were so kind. You let us cry. It was magical. But we did the stretches, and then I believe it was around 4 weeks old. I just couldn't handle it anymore. And I think I texted you very late, and you saw me very last minute the next day. And you were like, all right, she's ready for a revision. So we did the snips, and you taught us some stretches, and honestly, that's whenever everything started looking up, and it was just so magical.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's definitely something that I feel like every mama has to go through. And it's true, it's not it's not something we just say, like, yes, we would love nothing more than just the prep work that you do as far as increasing movement and strength would help to get your baby functioning optimally. So, that is ultimately the goal. But like in Mary's case, additional intervention is needed. And we take it very seriously when that is the case. So it's a very open-ended conversation, and no, you never at any point felt like you were being strong-armed to make any decisions. Um,
No, it definitely, I see the necessity of, you can't just jump straight to go and snip it. Like there's a
yeah,
process, because then I hear, sadly, it not going as well for other babies. And we've had nothing but success with Mary. I mean, she's could just continue to thrive. So I definitely think parents need to know that they need to reach out to people like you to get the right tools, because you want your baby
right.
to succeed. And
Yeah. So what were some of the things like in those early, even like just the first week or two that you noticed things were just off? Like what were, maybe you can describe for families, like what you were noticing, like what was going
um,
on day to day?
So along with the ties, we also learned very early on that Mary had reflux issues. So we could hear the acid shooting up, and when I would feed her, her little lip would not, grab on good. And as much as you can keep redirecting that lip, it still wants to tuck under. And you could hear the clicking and little milk dribbling out. So I would say that was very early on. I feel like we reached out to you. I think I went to the chiropractor when she was 3 days
Mm-hmm.
old with her. And I think that's where I saw you. And I was like, I might be contacting you. You were just standing there. Um, and so I think we started seeing you like the next week or so.
Right, right.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, just like the clicking and her crying a lot. It was like she just wasn't getting good feedings and it was rough. It's almost like it's a blur, kind of. I had to like
Yeah.
kind of recap all the stories. It feels like that was fake, like not real life. Which also makes it sad because I feel like I missed it, even though I was there. But anyway.
No. Well, join the postpartum stage of
Yeah.
motherhood. You're not
Yeah.
alone. You're
That's
not
like a
alone.
weird feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it. I sometimes have those moments like, I don't even remember this child at the age of 2. Like that's not a good thing, but
So it doesn't go away.
there's the memories that are the ones that we were meant to remember, and then
Yeah.
the others I think that we're just it's okay if you don't remember all the details. So can you explain maybe one or two things like through the intervention process, because you had lactation, you were seeing chiropractor, you were seeing me for feeding and all of the sensory regulation. Like, what were a couple of moments during that whole journey when you started to notice things maybe shifting? So we hadn't made the decision to move on to assessment with release provider yet, but were there things like prior to that that you were starting to notice? And it could have been not even necessarily with Mary, just like the whole process and all the support you were getting.
Yeah, I would say Sweet Mary. I feel like we did not get the relief until we finally did the release and then
Mm,
did the stretches. I mean, it took like I feel like a good I would say we did release at 4 weeks. I would say 7, 8 weeks was when we really started seeing a huge change in her.
mm,
But
mhm.
for me, I'm gonna cry though. Like each of you guys, like you and Mama's Cairo and Pam, y'all all made me feel like I was your only patient. And so that was like so wonderful to like just have that support and be like told like not, oh, your baby's colic. She's gonna cry. Y'all were all
Right.
trying to figure out how we make her a happy baby, and that was a
Absolutely.
lot for me. So I
Yeah.
would say just seeing a little glimpse of hope and like hearing stories that like it will get better because like
Mhm.
everybody wants to tell you, oh, it doesn't last forever, but like when you're in that moment it feels like you're never going to get out of it. And
Right.
so yeah, y'all all were just very kind and like really babied me through it, I would say. um
Yeah.
so that was really helpful. I really saw a glimpse of hope with that. Everyone took
Yeah,
me serious.
absolutely.
So
Yeah. Well, and like we recognize that when mama is not in the best place, then it's going to be really hard for baby to be in the best place either. And that's not
right.
to make any mama feel guilty that she might be attributing to dysregulation, but like you can't separate mom from baby in those early
No.
weeks, days, and months. Like you just can't. They coexist together. And so
Mhm.
you do have to be, the mother has to be nourished as much as the baby
Yeah,
does
I know,
in
I
those
see
time
that. Yeah.
periods. So, absolutely. So, speaking into that, how would you say just like the whole shift in the family from with the mom and the whole family getting the support that you needed? Like it helped Mary, but it helped you. And then that
Oh,
trickles into because your sweet mama came with you to appointments and the
for
whole
sure.
family feels it. So what did you
Everybody.
notice in that?
So so yeah. It was really helpful that my whole family, my mom, my dad, my grandma, everyone really was. I could not have done it without my village. My husband, everyone was so on board with like taking this approach, so that was a huge help. But I will say when we started seeing success, it was like me and my husband's relationship got better because when you're both tired and the baby is, you both would just want to fix the issue. You kind of bicker a little bit, so or you just kind of have to remember, hey, we're doing this together, we're on the same team. And so that was really nice, like getting my friend back with there, like getting, even though he was being supportive, you feel like you're alone. So getting that, and then my mom and my dad, they would help me so much because they saw how the baby was in so much distress. So they would be like, you go take a nap, we're going to take her. And so they started getting to enjoy little Mary more. And so that was really awesome. So it really wasn't long after we saw improvements that just the whole family, everyone was just so happy.
Yeah.
Um,
I remember one day when you walked in and you were like, I'm not going to breastfeed anymore. And I remember we kind of talked you off the cliff in that very moment, but you came back the next session and you had given one feed via bottle, and
mhm.
you had like, you came in a different person, just
I
making that shift. So tell us.
Yes. So we are still going strong nursing. So I feel really good in it now. I feel like now me and her, we got this. Um, just giving up that, like saying it's okay if someone else feeds her, that felt so nice. Even I would even feed her a bottle. I don't know, not having to like fight with her and like figure it out. And because she would also, I think her tongue needed lots of strengthening. She would scream because I think it was just hard for her. So the bottle really helped a lot. We started doing a bottle at nighttime because it was like she was so done and so tired. Now she takes it all. She's honestly such a champ, and I'm really happy I stuck with it because formula is expensive, but also it's the best thing for her. So I just feel so happy that we're still doing good.
Absolutely. That's wonderful. So, I mean, it's just a testament that it doesn't, like, your ideals had to shift along the way,
Mm-hmm.
and it ended up making a huge difference
For sure.
for you
Just
for sure.
giving up a little control makes a huge difference.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, what's something mom to mom that you would tell other moms who are hesitant? Maybe someone is in their ear saying, what is feeding therapy really needed for?
Mm-hmm.
Or what is all of this extra stuff like chiropractic care? What is that like? What would you tell that mom who is really just in the early, even maybe before she even has her baby? Just like,
Yeah.
what would you tell somebody who
So,
is,
I first want to say I definitely feel like I had the hand and up. I wasn't scared to take these steps because one, my mom took me to chiropractor when I was an infant, so I already wasn't scared of like this side of the
yeah,
world. But my cousin really, she went through the thick of it, so she was like, these are the steps you're gonna take, and it's gonna be hard, but you're gonna do it. And that's what I would tell a mom, like it's not gonna be easy, it's not gonna be a quick fix, but it's so worth it to take these steps and not go just jump straight to what you think's the answer, because your baby needs this foundation for even eating later and playing with toys and tummy time, like just so much. I mean, after the feeding, you helped us master tummy time. I just feel like Mary needed so much work with that, and I just feel like moms should know that you are very beneficial to that world. You don't have to struggle. You can
right.
get help. Yeah.
Yes. And I mean, and just like you mentioned, just even success now with tummy time, like
Mhm.
we're educating you on the whole child and the whole,
Yeah.
yeah, like you're coming to us because feeding is rough, but it's beyond that
It
and
helped.
want
Yes.
the
Even
best.
as someone who thought I was this baby whisperer who knew,
Yeah.
everything, I was like, whoa, I feel like I know nothing. So it was very, very nice. And now I love getting to like help other, we still have so many babies. My family repopulates like crazy. So I just love giving all that wisdom and just telling people the steps they should take.
Well, and that's why I wanted you to come on and share your story.
Yes.
Being vulnerable and sharing, reliving some of those memories that maybe weren't the best to relive because
No.
I do, that's what I get. I emphasize to parents my excitement. Not only are we seeing progress for you and Mary, but like the ripple effect, because I do feel like this is still so taboo, or oh, it's just the thing of the day, the diagnosis of the day. And it's like, really, like, I really don't think any mama wants to make this up. Like,
No, you don't want this. Yeah, you want a baby that you can just
but the
stare
good,
at and snuggle,
yeah, like,
not suffer. No, I definitely I was almost as happy as I am that we're past that hump. It was like sad to finish with all of you guys. I'm like, wow, it was such a big part of my life and it felt like forever. And now when I look back, I'm like, that was literally 2 months out of my life.
right.
And but it was sad to like let that part go, like that community. But I always know that you guys are there for my next baby. And although I pray that we don't have these issues, but if it does happen, I'll already know what I got to do.
Perfect.
And
That's
I
exactly.
also know that y'all saw a huge difference. Each one of y'all would be like, Jamie, you look like you have a spark back. Like, because I
That
wasn't crying when I walked in anymore. So
it was such a joy to walk with you, because you were pouring everything out, and you could see the family support around. And so it was just a breath of fresh air.
I
And
really appreciate it.
we were able to even bring faith in. And so that was so wonderful, to just not ignore the fact that that plays such an important part. And so,
Yes. No, I definitely had to. I did do some crying, and I remember being like, God, why? Why is this happening? But I feel like there's a reason, you know? I mean, I don't know what exactly. Maybe it's just to help another mama, but obviously I was strong enough to go through all of this.
you were,
I just feel so good to be on this side, and we're sleeping and we're just happy, and then
so
before we know it, we'll be eating food and we might be contacting you.
you're going to put the good vibes in the
Yeah.
air. That will go very well. But you do know that
Yes.
you need any support along the way. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This was so valuable.
Yes. Now I feel like I want to be sad because like this is the end of the era. Like this is it.
No, part two. How is Mary doing with feeding?
Right. You're right.
So can absolutely keep this going. But again, thank you so much for allowing me to play a small part, because like you said, it was like a blink of an eye. And but again, like, it's just so exciting to see that your sparkle is still there, and your relationship with your husband is thriving. You've come out, and
Everybody's happy
that you're
now.
asleep and your baby's thriving. So
Mhm.
good jobs. Kudos. That's
Thank you.
so excited. So thank you so much for sharing your story with us.
Of
And
course.
maybe somebody will reach out to you because they want mom to mom support. So
Love
anyway,
that. I like to chat. So
so much, girl. I appreciate you taking time from work to come hop on.
of
And
course.
soon, send me videos of you girls.
Yes.
Know how.
I will do. And then when we start eating, I'll let you know how that goes.
Yes.
Thank you so much
Right.
again, just from all your love and support.
Absolutely. My pleasure. We'll talk
All
soon.
right. All
Thanks.
right. Bye.
Bye. I hope you found this episode on the feeding solutions helpful. If you would like more information, please follow Sensory Solutions on Facebook or Instagram, or you can always visit our website at www.sensorysolutionsTherapy.com. Thanks so much for joining today, and look forward to seeing you next time.